All right. Yeah, we can go ahead and get started though. I'm sure he'll be along any minute. I think he said he puts his kids to bed at 7:30, so he'll probably be here in like 5 or 10 minutes. So yeah, quick recap for last week. I know you kind of just caught up, Amanda, but you guys began making your way towards the Amtar Forest. You were charged by several clan leaders that have emigrated from the Amtar Forest because they were claiming they were being displaced by a lot of weird fires and a lot of animals and such that were not native to the forest that had begun kind of overrunning things. After your first night or first day's travel, you ran across a band of dwarves. They informed you of a rogue formerly affiliated with them that was causing some trouble and directed you to the local tavern that you were making your way towards anyways. And you guys dealt with him pretty swiftly after he picked a couple pockets and buried him in the front lawn, basically.
Bitch had it coming.
All right, we buried him. I forgot.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
We buried.
you buried him.
Oh right, I buried
Fire.
him. Oh my God, you're right.
I blazed them up.
All right, and that's where we left off. You guys, Willrose casted Leoman's tiny hut, and you guys decided to rest for the evening outside after being kicked out. So you guys awake as the dome dissipates, and curiously enough, you realize that Rosera has been in the dome with you this whole time.
What?
Here this whole time.
Get here.
What a stealth roll.
Have you been here the whole time?
Yeah.
All right.
How?
Oh, hey, Gabe, I want to confirm, Matt and I get inspiration, right?
Correct. Yep. Go ahead and mark it off on your sheets.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I do? Awesome.
Druid Matt.
Okay.
For catching the Easter egg. All right.
Yeah. Just wondering, is that the first Easter egg? Or did we miss any in the previous sessions?
No, I think I responded to you in Discord, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, no. I'm just really horrible at
I think the
remembering to give
interactive
inspiration.
Willow was not on purpose. When
No, and I still have no idea what you're talking about. I've never seen the movie.
Oh my God, you're missing out.
Pretty sure the movie's older than me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to go to the last Blockbuster to rent it.
What is it?
Willow.
Oh Willow!
Yeah.
Val Kilmer.
Yep.
I want to peek
That was
in
Mad
the window
Mardigan.
of the bar.
Monacan!
Looking in, you see a couple patrons in there still, and you see glimpses of the bartender just kind of going back and forth with busy work at the bar.
Okay. Do I notice any like
What's up,
guard,
Spicy
like,
Nugget?
town guard kind of people?
No, not as you can see.
So what's our plan? Like, I mean, we took this guy out. Do we just continue on forward and?
Well, the dwarves didn't allow us to do anything. We just killed him for the shits and giggles, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's continue our journey.
Yeah,
To the forest.
let's just move on.
Should we go inside and see if we can get breakfast?
What?
Didn't we get kicked out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Murder.
I mean, you could go inside if you want to look like somebody
Yeah, 'cause
else.
You can look like anybody.
That's true. You can go inside.
You should go in there looking like
Eric.
the halfling.
I could be a 6-foot version of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eric.
All right. Well, I'll go. Let's go.
Oh my
We're
God.
gonna leave. All right.
You're leaving?
We'll leave. Yeah, we're just gonna
Okay.
Open road.
proceed to the
Sorry,
forest.
I thought Zorker said he was going in, and then I heard we're leaving.
No,
so.
we'll pull him last second. We're leaving.
No.
All right, you guys head back onto the road. On your cart, who is driving this time?
What do we need for it?
Give-
Survival?
Whoever
Perception
doesn't
roll.
get guidance.
Perception?
I'm looking for a perception roll for whoever wants to drive the cart.
They have
4.
guidance.
I'm +7.
Our plus guidance, Rain.
I'll help people look.
Thanks. I'm doing the guidance or the perception, right? Perception.
Yeah. And if anyone's helping them, they can
And
help it.
I'm a halfling.
Yeah. Reroll that. If anyone is
So ten.
also
Wow.
wow.
Roll 1
+2 is 12. Yeah.
Hold on. We could have had advantage on the first one because I said I was helping. Right?
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say somebody could give me a separate roll, but yeah, if you we could do advantage as well. So yeah, if you want to take the first roll, that's fine. We can do a 23 on that.
All right.
All right.
So you just keep like turning my head the right direction.
Yeah. So as you awake this morning, you do notice that the rain is lightened completely. There's just kind of a few light clouds. It's not quite sunny, but there is only just a few kind of scattered clouds throughout the area. No rain at all anymore. The rain is completely subsided. Roads are drying out. Things are clearing up quite a bit. And people are flying around on the map. So you guys make your way through. And it is a pretty uneventful day. Your journey to... the previous day's journey got you to about here at the crossroads. Another day's journey gets you to right about here in this this bend in the road up here. You're not really seeing much in the way of settlements. It seems like this area is kind of largely abandoned. It's starting to become a little bit more heavily forested, even as the mountains are kind of drawing in closer on either side. But yeah, the day passes uneventfully. What are you guys doing for the evening's rest?
Tiny hut.
How big is the hut? 20?
An alarm.
20 feet square, yeah.
And how big is our horse and carriage?
It's big enough to hold all of you with somebody driving, so it's it's pretty sizable. The horse itself also is a large creature, so he occupies quite a bit of space.
Would I be able to?
You couldn't fit the whole thing in there.
On the top of the on the back of the carriage, and would it cover the horse? Maybe just barely. Maybe his head would be sticking out.
That's a good question. I don't know if the hut.
Like a turtle.
Someone's gonna steal us.
If it is a sphere,
It's a 20.
it's a dome.
Sphere.
It's a dome. So I would say
dome,
no.
A dome.
Yeah, I would say no because the entire dome needs to roughly make contact. The cart is not 20 feet, or it's not 10 feet in every direction.
Yeah, it's a hemisphere. Okay. All right. So I'll stand on the ground next to the cart and just make the dome.
I'll put the alarm around, and if we tie the horse to it, maybe the alarm could go around the horse.
Yeah, I'd say we could I'm sure somebody has a Dungeoneer's pack that we could even just nail a what do you call it?
We could
Thing
tie him to a
to the
tree.
ground. Oh, we could tie him to a tree.
Yeah, there's lots of trees around too. So definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my best to make it so that the horse is in there, but if his head is sticking out, it's just the horse's head out of a clear
Then
visible
I'll put
wall.
the alarm so that it covers the cart and horse.
Right. The evening passes uneventfully, and you guys awake the next morning. As you awaken, you guys notice as you're getting packed up and ready to go back on the cart, you do notice off in the distance, a short ways away, a pretty thick column of black smoke.
Uh-oh. Do we have an idea of direction? East?
It is.
For me to see, it has to be within 120 feet.
Yeah, you're not exactly sure how far away it is. It is not. It's mostly a northerly direction. Kind of. I can't. I'm on the wrong tool. Like if you guys are like here, it's like kind of over here a little bit. It's deeper into the trees, off the road a little. It doesn't look to be super far away, but
Wait, on the mountains though.
Scale's kind of hard here. So like the actual distance from like the road to the base of the mountains is a couple miles. This is, I'm saying, a few 100 feet into the trees.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
So it's not far off the road.
Do we know how far we are from the forest at this point? Or do we have an idea?
Well, it's 3 days travel.
Yeah, you're 2 days into your
2 more
journey,
days, right?
and where did I see
3
where?
more days.
You're about here, so you're another day
Wow.
gets you to just the edge of the forest, and then another day after that kind of gets you into the forest.
Does anybody have some sort of, or would we have a know of what kind of check to like know, does this look like a standard fire from like a chimney, or does it look like it could be a forest fire, or like a place on fire?
Can I use a survival check to see if this is like, to Brian's point, like somebody lit a fire and this is
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, give me a survival check.
Anyone want to help me?
I'll help you since I had the idea.
I'll give you guidance.
And I'm guidancing. Here we go.
There we go.
Oh, jeez.
Let's roll it.
Jeez.
This
It
fire
definitely-
is exactly 3 feet large. It burns at 116 degrees.
Yeah.
It's definitely not like chimney smoke. It's a very clearly like a pretty thick column of black smoke. It's kind of hard to tell exactly how big it is at this distance, but given that you're noticing it well above the trees, you'd guess that the source was a pretty large fire.
What are you doing, guys?
Erixis is whistling the seminal Sublime classic, April 24th, 1992, the Let It Burn section. He's just whistling. No one seems to know the song.
Just to be clear, you are seeing a very localized column of smoke. Like, it doesn't seem like the forest is on fire. It seems like there is a single point that is
That's
letting
what we're
off a
trying to
ton
tell
of smoke.
So it's like a bonfire, a campfire.
Sneak up and take a look.
Could be an offering.
You can pass without a trace.
Yeah, that's I will. Anyone that goes near me towards the trees, I'm gonna pass out a trace.
I'll follow.
Who
Come in.
has the casting ability of summoning like water? Like flood?
Last
Nobody
time
yet.
I did some of that. I could do it again today if we have to, but
Oh, yeah.
unless this is somebody's like bonfire, I don't want to rain on the parade, so to speak.
Are we going up, guys?
I think so.
We should at least sneak up and take a look, see if it's anything interesting.
My stealth stinks. So all right, let's do this.
We get
Yeah,
plus
everybody give me a stealth check. Shin and who is it? Somebody else has medium armor. I need a stealth with disadvantage from Shin and
Right.
whoever else
I
had
did
the
it
medium
too.
armor. Okay.
It was me. I have heavy armor. It was me.
Oh
Okay,
my
heavy
God.
armor. Okay.
I'm normal. I'm 19 or 18. 18.
Freak.
7.
All right, still 17. All right, you guys begin making your way through the woods, feeling pretty stealthily. You guys come upon a small clearing, and staying on the edge of the tree line, looking into it, you do see a large pile of something charred and burning and emitting the smoke, but no signs of anybody around.
What does it smell like?
Give me another survival check.
I stand on both
Jeez.
Wow.
It smells
Okay.
like burning hair and
Oh no.
like kind of what you would imagine like burning flesh would smell like.
I said,
Is it
Bobo
fire or
check
just
it
like
out.
embers at this point?
Erixus is communicating this into everyone's head, and and at the end he says, "Or I'm having a stroke."
I'm gonna send Bobo up to survey around,
Oh yeah.
take a look from a little higher up to see what he sees.
Well,
Also, I guess my question is it still like an active fire, or is it just like smoke and embers?
it is just smoke. As far as you can tell, it's just smoke and embers. You're not really seeing any active flames.
It's just these sort of like piles of wood. There's no campsite or tent.
You do see what looks like somebody made like a small fire ring here, and rolled up some bigger logs, probably to sit on. But apart from that, no. And what you're seeing here is like canvas from tents and such that are no longer set up. They're just kind of strewn onto the ground.
And I'm gonna send Bobo to survey the area and see if I see anything through his eyes.
Jeez.
Yeah, he does a quick. Give me a perception check.
I do guidance with him too.
Yeah, doing a quick loop around the area. He's not really seeing anything among the trees.
Can we see this here from our distance?
Doesn't he have advantage on sight?
Yeah, I think he does actually. He has advantage on perception
He has
checks.
keen hearing and sight. He has advantage on wisdom perception checks. So
Yeah, so roll that 11. Let's go 20.
1d20.
Hey, that's better.
So plus the 1, so 20.
Said 20. See.
Jeez.
Flying around, it's still not really seeing anything through the trees. There's a few like small animals and stuff scattered around that are just kind of going about their day. But apart from that, it seems very clear.
Does he see like any bags or anything, or any like items that are dropped or left around anywhere?
Lava bowl.
Specifically looking at the stuff in the campsite, not really. It kind of looks like this is like just a pile of tents that have just kind of been thrown over there. And the pile of the burning pile itself is kind of hard to make out.
I'm gonna poof him back. I'm gonna say, Erixus, hey, do you remember the last tent campsite that we kind of invaded?
No, do you?
Yeah, the little brains attacked us.
I remember the brains.
Oh, that was fun.
I don't remember anything of it.
No, what you're talking about, little brain.
Rosaire remembers and is terrified.
You would remember though that at that campsite, no bodies remained.
Yeah, and if it was brains, I don't know that brains would burn things, let alone just take them. Instead, just take them rather. What yeah, I mean like I'm hiding in the trees with my stealth, but I'm probably like, do I see any semblance of like shapes? I mean, obviously I could see it on the map, but I'm not using that. But do I see like these shapes on them in my vision, or is it really just like such thick smoke that I can't tell what's in there?
No, it's not really like, like I said, it's not like actively on fire. You can pretty clearly make out at this distance that it kind of looks like a pile of bodies.
Shit.
So I would have some concern at this point and kind of like start to move closer, but still, trying to keep an eye out around my surroundings. I'm gonna say like, guy, these are horses and people on fire.
I'm gonna message Laura.
Horses, rain, horses.
Is this
Oh no,
worth it?
not the horses.
Is this worth it, or should we just leave and go to the forest?
I mean, I don't
Boros,
think they're possible to be saved. What?
give me a perception check as you're moving in.
Roll initiative.
You see 800 goblins.
Seems clear. Yeah, even looking at things from ground level, the trees aren't especially thick here, partially because of this opening, but even just around it, there's almost like a bit of a natural ring of trees, and it's not like super thick brush and trees beyond it. It looks pretty clear. You're not really seeing anything around in any direction.
Yeah, and I would kind of say, like, I'm not expecting that we could save these things, but my concern is if whatever did this could do this to, something like 5 horses and 6 people.
Erixus grabs
What's to stop them from doing this to us?
Erixus grabs Zorkrus on the sides of his head. And he and gives him a big kiss on the cheek. And both Erixus and Zorkrus become invisible.
Ooh. All right. Thanks, stranger. Wherever you went.
Yeah. So Erixus will move up, but now he's invisible, and I'm still kind of like keeping to the sides of the trees.
How long does that last?
Invisibility?
Yeah, is that 1 hour or is it 10 minutes?
I think it's 1 hour. Let me just double check with the level. Concentration up to 1 hour.
Okay.
And
Seeing that I'm invisible, I'm going to go right to the pyre and see what's going on over here.
All right, moving in, you see about 8 or so bodies and 3 or 4 horses that are all just kind of just in a mass grave, basically.
Are they still smoldering?
Excuse me.
Or it's...
It is definitely smoldering. You're guessing that with the rain and just the fact that bodies don't really burn by themselves without any significant help.
Gabe?
Yeah, how you know that?
I mean,
accelerate.
Here's the practice.
Yeah, so looking at it, everything is kind of like lightly charred, and the fire kind of spread around through the grass a bit and dried it out and burned it up a little bit. There's like a few remaining burned sticks and stuff that look like somebody tried to throw some fuel onto it, but it's still, the bodies are still largely intact. They are just kind of like lightly charred, and like the clothing is charred.
Can we see any other, like, so you said mass grave, right? Does it seem like this was made as a like disposal, or like, did they die of the fire, or did they die of natural other
CSI?
Looking at the bodies, Zorkrus, at least at this distance, would be able to see that there, a lot of stab wounds and like blood on the bodies itself, where they aren't burned and charred. There's very clearly signs that there was a fight. And also around the area too, you see a lot of like, mixed up tracks and like drag marks where these things were dragged into this pile.
Can we tell if it's a human, elf, dwarf, halfling? What kind of bodies are we looking at?
They all look human.
They'll have their weapons.
No weapons that you can see.
So I would say, like, judging by the amount of, like, what do you call this? Like, tent material and log seating space, I don't think that this would be enough to hold a party of 8 and horses and everything like this. Like, I feel like whatever did this kind of just, like, they weren't necessarily, I don't know, maybe not.
What do you mean?
I was gonna say, like,
see,
they weren't staying here and then somebody like attacked them.
No.
I mean, you see about,
and then they stayed the night or something.
you see about 7 or 8 tents there. I mean,
No,
it's,
it looks like they're ambushed. They were ambushed, and
Well, why burn them?
Well, I burned Eric. It was fun.
Well, no pun intended, but I think this is a dead end.
We don't owe these people anything. We could search their stuff if we wanted to be ghoulish about it.
Any like symbols or anything like on their clothes? Anything that would like tell us who they were?
Give me an investigation check.
Any good tracks?
Investigation.
Yeah, investigation. Kind of like, roughly looking through them, not like searching every single pocket or anything, but you're not really seeing a whole lot. A few of them seem to be kind of similarly dressed from what you can still make out of the burned clothing. But just overall, it seems like they might have been mercenaries or something. It's kind of a eclectic band of people, it seems.
Okay. Bachelor party.
Can we look at the? Can we investigate the track to see if any particular direction?
Give me a survival check.
All right. Oh, great! I have no plans on this crap.
Looking around. Sorry, what was that?
Riches can help, or I can just roll another one if we don't.
No, that's good. Looking around on the ground, amongst the drag marks on top of them, you do make out a pretty large number of definitely non-human, non-horse tracks, some creature that are eventually heading off in this direction to the north, back deeper into the woods.
Sheen related this to the party.
I'm invisible, so I poke Rosera. I go, hey,
I jump.
there's a big monster there. Do you think we go after it, or do we go to check out the forest?
Just want to be clear, this is a large number of tracks, not a...
Single.
Not large track.
Not a single large pair.
Large number of tracks.
Mountain giants.
Murder of tracks.
Do we want to get involved, or do we want to do our mission?
The tracks, I'd say with that roll, you would know that the tracks are probably humanoid creatures, not humans, but humanoid, and just like regular small to medium-sized creatures that made these.
I think Rosera would wonder aloud how it benefits us to go after these tracks.
What time of the day is it right now?
Morning.
Very early morning. You guys spotted this right as you woke up.
Willrose kind of like reaches in his pocket or like in his sheath and like grabs the sword, the Amtari sword, and he's like, I don't really feel like this is something necessary for us. I think this forest is calling for us.
Agree.
I'm just not convinced there's gold on the other end of these tracks.
Mm-hmm.
So,
We got a mission to get us.
We don't need to save everybody. We can just complete our
and
task.
by save, you mean kill.
Indeed.
We got rewards for our mission, so let's do our mission.
Yeah.
Wait, what's
Right,
our mission? Are we investigating? What is?
We're investigating strange happenings in the Amtar Forest.
Specifically, fires being set in the Amtari Forest.
Right.
Yeah, fires and a large influx of odd creatures that aren't native to the forest.
This kind of fits the bill. I guess we're not really in the forest yet.
I mean, why are we even attracted to this fire in the first place, guys?
Yeah, you are still
Smells good.
a couple days outside of the forest.
Yeah.
Back to the buggy.
We could always come back on our way back.
All right, who's leading the charge back to the carriage or the cart?
Shit.
I would.
Give me a survival check.
Alright, I'm still invisible.
All right, not deterred by the unfamiliar terrain, Willrose just leads you in a straight line right back to the cart. You used up a few minutes getting here, but you still have the better part of a day's travel ahead of you. And you guys continue on your way. Another day comes and goes pretty uneventfully. You guys are able to continue along the road and just begin to reach the edge of the forest. The trees, drawn pretty thick and densely, and there's the mountains. You're kind of beginning to reach the end of the mountains, and they're coming to, just instead of the high peaks that you could see closer, they're becoming much smaller and fewer and far between. As you reach the end of the forest, the edge of the forest, I guess you'll have another rest here. So same thing, I assume. Dome on the ground and alarm around the horses.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is anyone keeping watch?
I should definitely do watch.
I'd be happy to take watch. Keep watch. Do we want to rotate or?
Yeah, we should do shifts. Make
Okay.
sure we get coverage.
I'll take a
'cause-
shift.
Yeah,
I
at
can
least
take the
need at
first
least a
shift.
couple people.
All our elvish.
I'll take a shift.
Would be half the rest, which
Mhm.
is the majority of the party.
Yeah. Well, druids too, or no?
No, just
What?
elves.
Yeah, just have the elves do the shifts.
Well, we only have one elf with us.
Well, half elf.
Well, I've been
Doesn't it get
assuming
to where
that
it's like, yeah.
Flaren's with you.
I am a half elf, but I don't have that functionality.
Yeah, but we're in the dome, so they don't have to
Functionality.
leave the dome. They could splotch from in the dome.
Except what if the dome goes down and we're surrounded by people ready to light us on fire?
Well, it's 8 hours.
Yeah, the dome won't go down as long as Zorkros doesn't leave it.
Oh, Brian.
And Wilros, yeah.
Like, people can see the dome, right? So if there are people going around lighting
It could
people on fire.
camouflage. It could look like a rock.
Oh,
Yeah, I would make it look like a rock or a bush. It could be just a solid color, so like
Be like bud, a hill.
brown color or green color.
Color of bud.
Be happy to take the watch in or outside the dome, whichever we think.
I
would be
mean,
more
what do you need?
effective.
It's 8 hours of rest, 6 hours of sleep. So if somebody stayed awake for the first 2 hours and then slept the last 6, and then the
yeah,
elf
4
was-
shifts.
yeah, it wouldn't even be 4 shifts, it'd be 3 because
Right.
the elf can stay up for the first 4
The other
and
elf
sleep for the
It-
last 4.
Yeah, I mean, it can be done in 2 shifts if
Yeah.
just one person watches first and then that person sleeps and then one other person watches for 2. Oh no, wait, that doesn't work.
Well, the 2 elves have the
I
trance.
guess it would have to be
right?
3 shifts.
I'll
It would have to
definitely
be
take
3
a shift.
shifts.
I'll take the second. Is there a third?
Yeah, I'm third then.
Wilrose
All right,
hasn't
each
been
of
drinking,
you-
so he's fine with sleeping and waking up on time.
Nah.
All right, each of you give me a perception check.
Each of who?
You.
We'll do.
The 3 who are watching, give me a perception check.
All right.
16.
With Rosera. And,
Oh, great.
Holy-
I'm blind.
Oh, yeah.
Mother.
Say it.
oh, I get Shin. I guess was watching. I thought Wilrose, but okay.
Well, apparently, I'm daydreaming.
All right, Rain, you said you were taking the 3rd watch, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so just shortly after your watch is beginning, you see a little commotion in the trees a little ways away. It's kind of just on the edge of your vision, being that it's night and you don't have extremely good night vision, or rather dark vision.
Yeah.
You do see a little bit of commotion on the edge of the trees.
Oh, shoot. Seeing as how Wilrose wanted to take a watch, I'm going to try to wake him up real quick, as quiet as I can.
Okay. Well, you're at the end, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could pretty easily wake me up.
Cool. And then I'd basically be like, hey, there's something going on over there. Can you see?
I have dark vision. Can I see?
Yeah, your vision is about as good as Rain's. You do see the motion on the edge of the tree line, but it's hard to make out what it is. It's just on the edge of your vision.
Dark vision. You should wake me up.
Rain has dark vision too, or no?
Oh.
I don't think I don't have much in the way of a.
You do. You have goggles of night.
Oh, they still work? That's awesome.
Yeah. Hey, even human artificers have to see in the dark.
Oh, they were real.
So yeah, you both have 60 feet of dark vision. You're both seeing approximately the same thing. I guess Wilros, give me a perception roll.
How far away is it?
About 60 feet. It's just on the edge of your vision. It's a pretty dark night. It's still kind of cloudy, so you're kind of just barely able to make out that something is moving the trees and tree branches, low tree branches. But it's hard to make out exactly what's moving through the trees.
Okay. So you said it's about 60 feet away?
Yeah.
Okay. I cast Fairy Fire. 60 feet away.
Oh, that's one way to do it.
Lord.
Roll initiative.
Hey, Gabe, before we do
And
anything,
Leomin's is not concentration, so it's still up.
But you can't do it from inside, right? Oh, you can.
Let me just check. Maybe not. Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. So yeah, I guess the dome would go down.
That's from without. Does that apply to from within?
Oh, spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if that is
Are you
like
able
part.
to stick your hand out of
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if that's like part two.
My arm's not 20 feet long. Well, I guess I could. Yeah.
Like the sentence preceding it is that all creatures and objects are barred except for the ones that you designate, basically.
Well, DM rules. Oh.
I mean, I'll allow it.
don't-
It's not like you're
Okay.
trying to fireball. You're just trying to cast a hut and then fireball everything outside of it. Like,
Gabe, can we say that we short rested on the way, like while we were moving? Is it possible? I'm just curious to see if I have my spell slot back that I spent on.
I mean, nothing really happened since your last long rest.
I cast invisibility though.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, you were just idle on the cart the whole time. I mean, that's basically 8
I mean,
short
this
rests.
is the last. What do you call it anyway? So it's been 6 hours.
The last what?
the last leg?
Let's watch.
Yeah, technically, if Erixus went to sleep, then he is rested. Like, if he woke up right now, he would just have like 2 hours of light activity still. He would have met the 6-hour sleep requirement. Basically, everyone except Rosera would have. Or no, everyone except Shin would have at this point. So yeah, as you cast it, suddenly, what's each object?
Hello.
Hey,
What's up there?
I don't
I
know.
heard there were things in the dark to be seen, so he's in here now.
Just coincided with finally getting both of the kids settled. Mostly, I might have to go back up to deal with Brianna.
so I guess a tree is an object, right?
Or is it a
I mean-
creature?
Each object in the 20-foot cube within range is outlined. Any creature in the area is also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, I mean, obviously
Yes, I
you light
guess
up the
technically.
creatures. I'm just trying to decide if the trees themselves just suddenly become like blazing
Yeah, technically,
torches.
I think they would. Yeah.
Yeah, so as you cast this, you're on the edge of the Amtar Forest here. So things are getting to be
Any
pretty densely
creature
wooded.
area.
Well, first it says each object, and then
Yeah,
it says
first-
any creature has to. If they fail a dex save, they get lit up.
Hang on. I gotta roll a dex save.
Oh boy.
DC 15.
So this thing rolled a 32. What the?
Shit.
What the what?
A lot of goblins.
Oh,
A lot of goblins.
Oh my god, we're dead.
A lot of goblins.
I don't like
1,
Hey, only
2,
a few
3,
of them only
4,
passed.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Suddenly, the
light up,
trees
okay.
in this 20-foot cube. Oh, it's a 20-foot cube, not a radius.
20-foot cube. Vivo?
What?
So about half of what I rolled there then. So all of the trees in this 20-foot cube, there's probably about a half a dozen really good-sized trees. They just light up like Christmas trees, and simultaneously, you see about 11 small creatures
Oh, great.
at the same time just light up and just kind of panic in confusion and start scattering and running around.
What are can I recognize them?
Give me a survival check.
I'm starting to wake people up.
Rix is
This is going on.
What was your perception? Give me a perception check. So you can see what they are at this distance.
Oh, nice.
They are goblins.
Well,
It was nice knowing y'all.
All of it.
But
Bullshit.
they're scattering, or are they coming towards us? Or
They are.
nowhere here, right?
Yeah, they are just running around amongst themselves. They seem very confused. It's still kind of, this is just into Rain's watch, so it's still there's like a little bit of like just a little bit of light before the dawn, but the sun is not up yet, and it is still pretty dark, and so all of this lighting up is just like blazing bright, and so they're just like freaking out and panicking, and you see them like wiping their arms off and trying to get the whatever's lighting them up off.
Should I
They haven't noticed
roar
you
like
yet.
a tiger or a bear? Well, they shouldn't
Why
be
not?
able to notice us. I mean, I guess I don't know what the DC is to notice the hut, but they shouldn't be able to see us.
I mean, you're about 60 feet out,
Buggy.
so you're kind of on the edge of what most things can detect anyways, and they're panicking amongst themselves at the moment.
Is Erixus awake at this point?
I probably would have woken him up by now.
I'll cast Minor Illusion
That's what I was gonna do too. Yeah.
as the booming voice of a wizard. I've heard a lot of wizards speak. And the booming voice of a wizard yells, "Be gone from here, vile creatures!" like Gandalf growing and
You shall not pass.
You see them all.
fools.
How far can you cast that? How far can you throw your voice?
30 feet.
yeah, I can cast it. If they're 60 feet out, I can cast it 30 feet out.
Okay, so you're casting it between you and them.
Yeah, I'll cast it at the max range. I assume they can hear within 30 feet if I'm casting a sound that sounds like screaming.
Yeah, definitely. So you see them all just stop dead in their tracks upon hearing this and look straight at you guys, and then the light goes out.
Oh boy.
Great.
What?
So,
Goblin wizard.
The light.
one
Fairy
minute
fire only lasts a minute.
Oh.
Oh, Fairy Fire only lasts a minute?
Yeah.
In battle, that's 10 turns.
No. Well, Rain, what do you say? Is there still commotion?
Is there still commotion? Trees rustling around?
You do still kind of vaguely make out that they're kind of like rustling around over there, trying to figure out what's going on and who said that. Being unable to have seen the source of the voice that was.
I'm going to send Bobo up into the air above the canopy and see if he can pinpoint how many of these goblins there are.
Give me a perception check with advantage.
He has dark vision up to 120.
Right.
Plus 3. Let's try it again. Plus 3.
If you hit up, by the way, it will redo.
Yeah. Screw that one did. Alright. 20.
There are 11 goblins.
Bobo makes out about 30 total amongst the trees.
Oh, I'm holding Shin. I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a fuckload of them.
Are they moving away? Are they still? What are they doing now?
I'm gonna keep Bobo to hover over them and see where they're going and what they're doing while there's 30 of them there.
Most of them have drawn weapons. You see a couple are starting to creep in the direction of the dome, and most of the others seem to be kind of quietly chattering amongst themselves, trying to figure out what the heck is going on. They still have no idea where the voice came from or how they were noticed.
And we got 2 hours of this hut left, right?
Correct.
Technically, probably an hour and 25 minutes. Yeah.
They're gonna kill our horses. If they're really just goblins, we should be able to kill most of them with one hit. I'm sure there's a boss among them.
Right, so I'm saying if we're in the hut, we could attack from the hut and come back in. They can't come in the hut, and we can do PoE shit. So let's bring them to us.
We can cast. Can we cast attack spells through the hut?
We can walk out of the hut and walk back in.
I mean, and according to Gabe, we can cast out of it. We can't be casted into it.
So I can
and
cast
they can't cross through it unless. What does
You
it
allow
say?
them. Unless you allow them in.
Barred from passing through it.
I guess when they get close enough, they can prepare actions. If you peek out, they could cut you.
Right, but it's
or pull you out.
They can also.
and
once they touch it, they'll realize, and then they can just surround it, and 30 can pretty much fully surround it.
And just wait us out. Would they do that?
Right, but I have some PoE shit that I can put that'll kill them if they stand there.
I mean, I think we can probably, if there's 30 goblins, I think we can take them.
Sounds fun.
Don't underestimate 100 duck-sized horses.
I mean, what are we going to basically surrounded at this point?
A couple more of the goblins have begun to creep closer too. They seem interested in finding out exactly what the source of this was.
Fighting or talking?
I'm gonna wait till some of the goblins are a little bit closer. How close are they to the hut now?
The first two that began creeping closer are probably 40 feet away now.
Is there a single group that is quite smushed together?
Fireball. Yeah, fireball.
Yeah.
We're gonna attack. I want to cast web. I'll start webbing through.
Wait, are we actually attacking without even conversing with these?
They're goblins.
You don't.
Can you speak Goblin?
I can speak to one of them in their heads. Oh, as a matter of fact, if there's any of them 30 or any of them within 30 feet.
Not quite yet. They're just out of range of that. It does look. It does look like the intention of the hut is that you cannot cast from within it either. So
I'm gonna stand outside the hut on the back.
So say that again. Gabe, what did you say?
I'm not going to retcon the fairy fire, but I would say that like for attack spells, you need to be outside the hut to cast them.
So I see they're on one side of the hut. I'm gonna crawl out of the other side, stay low, so I'm still behind the hut, and cast Crown of Madness on one of the two that are inside that are approaching.
You absolutely have dark vision, and they'll see you if you do.
That's okay.
He's behind the hut still, though.
Yeah, they can't see through the hut.
But
the hut is an opaque
object.
object.
The hut either.
What?
It's
I can see with
from
Bobo.
the outside, no? Oh yeah, you see with Bobo, yeah.
But as soon as you like, it depends on how they're approaching the hut and the direction of the door.
There is no door.
Right, but I know where they are. I see them with Bobo.
Let's do it.
I'm casting this on one of them.
Let's kill some goblins.
Murder.
1 second.
I'm thinking about this, just throwing that up there. Because if he's gonna cast Crown of Madness, I might throw this one up too.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, but you won't be able to see him if you step outside the hut to the back.
No, I could go back into Bobo and I could see.
No, you can. I'm saying that
About
Rixus cannot.
The Rixus could probably see further than the goblins.
If anything, we can stand in front of them, and Rexus can cast this.
If the hut is transparent, I can see them.
Yeah, but
Well,
Gabe
so
is
you
saying we
leave the
can't
hut.
cast anything
Inside the hut.
offensive from inside.
But I can crawl out. But I'm basically doing the same thing that.
You can't see through the hut once you're outside it.
Right.
It's opaque from the outside, transparent from the inside.
The only reason that Zorkers can see is because he's blind, but Bobo can see.
I will stand out. Rexus, if you want to cast it, I'll just go with you.
Well, he's not doing it yet. I'm just letting him know what he
Okay.
can.
If he's doing it, I'm coming out with him.
I think we're
So the
still
goblin
waiting to see
The
something.
goblin can see the hut. If the hut is opaque,
The goblins can see the hut, yes.
It's opaque of whatever color I chose, which is whatever, like
The ground.
Hunting
mud
blind,
color.
you know?
Yeah, you can make it kind of blend in.
I've made many huts in my day.
You.
There we go. Are we coming out?
Boy,
Rexus?
wow.
There's just a couple of goblins.
Oh.
Just a couple.
What a fook.
Oh my god, that's a lot of fucking goblins.
Wow. Well, when you look at it
Oh,
like
I'm
that,
glad I
it's
put it on
terrifying.
speakers.
there's also a boss in there somewhere. It looks like.
And this guy in the middle.
Who wanted to talk to the goblins instead?
Let's
Let's be
just
common,
go out
huh?
and cast that thing. Yeah, speak to them.
All right, which one are you casting it on?
You said two of them are approaching, right? So which
Yeah,
two
I
would
said-
be the ones?
The two closer ones are the ones that have begun creeping
Alright.
towards, and there are a couple more behind them that are following up.
All right, I'll probably hit the one that's like right there.
All right, and that is
Reach the big
a
guy.
Yeah, but I don't know.
wisdom
which-
saving throw.
He didn't really tell me who's in charge or anything, so I don't know. So my spell DC is 13.
$13? You sure that's right?
Yeah, 13. I think so. I'm not that smart. My
Isn't your
intelligence is
proficiency bonus 3 now?
my we call my
This
intelligence is
this will
15.
be a this won't use your intelligence though. Oh, your int and your wisdom are the same. Never mind. Okay, I thought your wisdom was one higher.
Yeah.
Your int and your wisdom are the same. Never mind. Okay, I thought your wisdom was one higher. Never mind. Okay, I thought your wisdom was one higher. Never mind. Okay, I thought your wisdom was one higher. I thought your wisdom was one higher. Okay, yeah, 13's correct then.
Dumb.
Yeah, not that smart.
I'm not a smart man.
I'm not that smart.
Saves. Oh, sorry, this is private. He just barely saves.
Okay. Crawl back into the hut. Crawl back in.
Doesn't say that they become aware of your attempt to charm them. So he seems unaware, but they are kind of like slowly creeping forward towards the sound of the voice.
So I can't cast Awaken Mind through the hut, right?
I'm gonna say no.
So I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna try this to charm person. Unless we're doing cones or stuff.
You're not in initiative yet, but
I'm gonna cast.
yeah, you haven't really taken a hostile action towards them, nor they you.
Yeah, so I cast charm person.
These are good goblins.
They're good guys. Who you're charming?
Haven't found
They only
it.
have 30
Another
feet.
Wisdom save.
Same.
You can't reach any of them.
Oh, I can't reach.
He
them, so-
fails.
Oh,
I
I
can't
can't.
reach.
Got a retcon. I can't reach.
Oh, it's 30 feet. Yeah, unless
charmed
you
me.
moved
I gave you
out
a
of the
kiss on the
hut.
cheek.
No, I'm not gonna go too far out.
Yeah, you'd have to be right in front of the hut.
Yeah.
I mean, the best I could do is I could throw my voice 30 feet to like the side and distract them with just say I warned you in that same wizard voice. But
Bring 'em
So
closer.
they've kind of reached the source of the voice now, or at least
are they the
where-
only ones moving?
So far, they're the only ones creeping forward. They've kind of reached the point at which Erixus threw his voice, and you see him kind of looking around.
Erixus is telling everyone in the hut to just shut up and
It's-
stop doing anything.
But they don't seem to have noticed you yet. They're just kind of looking around, and they're inspecting this tree a little bit, and like looking or peeking around the trunk and looking up in the tree branches, but it just doesn't seem like they're noticing anything.
While Bobo's still flying around, does he distinguish any different goblins compared to like the masses, or they all look the same?
They all seem relatively different from each other. Apart from what the tokens look like, they all have kind of like a hodgepodge of armor and weapons, and a lot of them seem to be carrying kind of like a large quantity of like extra weapons and stuff. But overall, not particularly.
Let me think of something.
So Shin whispers, why don't we just leave them alone until they pass, and then we go on our way to the forest.
Instead of attacking, see if they pass us by.
I'm gonna just I'm gonna keep Bobo flying overhead just to see what they're doing, and keep a low like message to everybody.
Are they moving away?
You see them, they kind of shrug their shoulders and begin heading back towards the group. They seem to have given up on their search.
Good.
All right, and is the party still hanging there, or are they all gonna retreat?
They're kind of talking amongst themselves at the moment. The four that you saw kind of went up to this one goblin here at the center of the group. It seems like they're talking about something.
Oh. Talking about us.
After another minute of their conversation, You see one step forward and just kind of shout towards your general direction. Stop following us, or you will suffer the same fate as your friends.
Does it in common?
Yeah. As he shakes a scimitar in the air towards your general direction.
I'm gonna. Should I
Everyone-
talk to him, or should I just let them be? Because I could talk to him from here.
If anyone is going to talk to him, well, actually, Rixus can't reach him, right?
30 feet.
I could do 120.
Oh, from without being seen or heard?
Well, I could go. I could do message. It's a message to his mind.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
All right. I'm gonna sneak to the back of the hut. With Bobo's still there, I still see him. I'm gonna cast message, and I'm gonna go. We mean no trouble. We're gonna be out of here. You just go your way. We go ours.
You see him kind of freak out a little bit. It seems like a new experience for him, and he just does a 180, looking around and like swinging his sword around and just kind of like panicking and looking back and forth wildly, left and right, and turning around in all directions, trying to figure out where this came from.
Your mere 30 goblins have nothing upon our army. We outnumber you now, and we surround you. You run away, or we'll kill every last one of you.
Oh god.
Intimidation check.
Oh great.
Well,
Yeah,
Well,
give me an intimidation check.
Got it.
Oh thank God. Give yourself guidance.
I can't.
Oh no.
No,
like
it's
two
just like an
rogues
instant.
behind the curtain.
Alright, intimidation. I'm -5.
Oh my god.
Oh,
my
Not
God.
bad. Nice.
-5, you're
No,
0.
I'm lying.
do that.
wow, that's actually a good roll.
I'm scared.
Yeah, Rain's shaking a little.
And only he could hear it. The rest of their crew can't hear what's going on.
He shakes his sword into the air and faces your general direction again, and says, "You will not drive us out of our homes. We will fight to the death." You see all of the goblins behind him grip their weapons a little tighter. A couple of them fit arrows to the nock.
Good job. Good job.
They're fighting it anyway.
They still haven't seen you, and they are technically unaware of you.
They're going to just leave.
Yeah, I ask Wilros how sturdy is this hut, or who cast it?
I did. I mean, we still have about another hour and a half. I mean, is your message a cantrip?
Yes.
Yeah. Tell him if he could find us.
No, stop.
I have a riddle. What's in your?
I'll message him. I'll message him and go, yeah, our party's to the north of you. Come and get us anytime you want.
He spins around, and he still seems very put off by this, and just kind of looks around, and he I don't know, do goblins know north? How smart are they?
Conjure up a mage hand.
Yeah, he's probably smart enough to know
Tap him on the
north.
shoulder.
He waves a scimitar to the north, like almost directly north, and shouts, "Fire, boys!" And you see about a half a dozen of the goblins just fire arrows off randomly into the woods.
I'm gonna message you. Close. You guys will die. Come get us.
And you shouldn't say ouch.
Enough of this. Find them. And you see them all slowly begin to move off into the woods towards the north.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna whisper to everybody because I'm blind right now. I can't see anybody in the tent. I go, they're going north. Let's get the fuck out of here.
So yeah, they all continue moving and out of your sight line. Seem to be intent on following your deception that you were to the north.
Nice.
A bunch of cowards.
Cowards.
Bunch of cowards.
All right, so you guys are waiting to complete the rest, or are you hoping that they don't return and...
I say we skedaddle. The only person who didn't get the rest was Shin.
I mean, we'll stay. I mean, we could stay for like another. What happens if like we don't finish a full rest? How does that work?
You won't get the benefits of the rest, and traveling beyond that will create a risk of exhaustion for anyone who didn't complete a rest. I guess.
Fine, let's just do it. Yeah, it's fine. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, I guess technically.
Any short rest in the wagon, like I did.
What?
Any short rest in the wagon? Does that count as like?
Well, a short rest doesn't clear exhaustion, but I mean, I guess.
Finish the rest in the wagon.
Yeah, the technicality of this is kind of insignificant. I mean, he can probably sleep in the wagon. It's not.
Yeah,
really,
I mean, I think he's doing
day.
light activity. He didn't do anything during that whole thing except like sharpen his blade.
Yeah, it's yeah, I would say it's pretty inconsequential.
Yeah.
So we could say he just slept in the wagon for the next 2 hours, and
yeah, I mean, and we would have
rest.
stayed in the hut for at least another hour.
Yeah, it's not as though you guys are walking or riding. You know, it's just it's not an exhaustive method of travel. So
where are we now? Like here?
Completing your rest, you are right on the edge of the forest itself.
Nice.
Yeah. And do we see the smoke from the forest and everything? Like the fires?
No, we did. Oh,
No, that was the
smoke.
North Wall.
No, the new smoke. I know what he's talking about.
Well, I think he's
what we
referring
came
to
for.
what you're here to investigate for.
Yeah.
I think this is a good point. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. I can use restrooms and I can refill my drink real quick, and then we'll get back into it. All right, we're just gonna take a real quick break, guys, and we will be right back. All right, let's get back into it. So you guys reached the edge of the Amtar Forest, and where did we leave off? Did somebody just ask something?
If we could see the flames, the fire, smoke.
Oh, right. From here, moving your way into the forest, it's kind of hard to see any long distances because of the trees. But no, currently you don't see any signs of any major fires or anything happening.
Even as we approached, we didn't see any smoke in the air.
No, not particularly.
Is there any like towns or anything like at the crossroads over here that we could approach?
I would say you don't know of anything in particular, not being very familiar with the forest. But just general knowledge, there's not a lot of like settlements and such, not as much like cities and such, more so like settlements and like permanent clans of halflings and elves and such that live amongst the trees. It's a pretty stark contrast to how Rua, where most towns you can find in a tavern. It's a very not quite nomadic, but unwelcoming is not the right word, but each clan kind of tends to stick to itself. It's not as though there are like very large developed cities of humanoids living here.
much better that way.
So yeah, as you make your way into the forest, you're... What did I say? It was about...
Hey, Rain, have you ever been to this forest before?
Have I been here? Of course.
Do you know anything about it?
Well, it's forest. That's about all there is to know. No, I'm kidding.
I'll get my headphones.
What's a headphone?
No, that clan of group, they're from around here, so I was wondering if you have any knowledge of it.
That's a good question. Okay, have I, around these regions, have I seen like wandering hordes of goblins? Is that a normal occurrence?
Give me a history or survival check.
Cool. I will try to favor myself here and call it survival. Oh my gosh. Natural 20.
In the Amtar Forest itself, not particularly. And you know, remembering that you were still a bit outside the forest when you encountered these goblins. Knowing though, goblins are more so native to mountainous regions. They're more so cave dwellers than tree dwellers. So you could deduce that given your proximity to the mountains here, you're probably most likely to encounter them for that reason.
So they're coming down from the mountains looking for trouble. That's what we're seeing around here.
Huh.
Running from something.
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe there's a dragon.
Didn't they say something like we're sick of this and?
They warned you to stop following them, or you would suffer the same fate as the other people.
Okay, never mind. They could definitely be up to no good.
So let's venture in and explore.
Yeah, I feel like goblins wouldn't be the ones that did. They're not like,
Burning?
no, they definitely burned up. They definitely raided that part and burned a bunch of things. But like, I don't think they're the ones that are like setting fires in various spots in the Amtar Forest. Especially with those like those halflings seemed fairly hardy. But they probably could have easily taken a group of goblins. That's how I feel. Rix's feels.
You sure about that?
The halflings with the magic swords?
Oh, the halflings. I'm sorry.
The giant owls.
I thought you were talking about the dwarves that were falling all over themselves.
Feely and Keely over there, yeah.
Owen and glowing and balling and dwalling.
Blade laser and laser.
All right, so Rain especially would know, but you guys would all just kind of be generally aware that the Amtar Forest is, I've obviously only created this map because it's kind of on the edge of Halrua here that we're concerned with. But the Amtar Forest is a very large forest in and of itself, but also connects to a much larger forest. And just the entire chain of trees extends, I want to say, thousands of miles further north up through Faerun. The larger forest that the Amtar Forest itself is kind of like the smaller southern section of the Condlewood, but the Condlewood itself stretches thousands of miles further northward. So you guys are just kind of just barely making your way into the edge here. Just for size reference here, but so yeah, you guys continue on. As I said, your rest ended right on the edge of the forest. You're still the better part of 3/4 of a day of journey to get into any significant depth into the forest. As you begin traveling in, well, I guess first of all, who's driving? Give me a perception check for this journey.
Whoever's driving guidance.
Was Wilrose driving today, or was it?
I think I was by effect driving before.
Yep.
Because of my perception or survival to get us back to the. back to the boat, whatever you call it, the thing. I don't even know what you call this thing. But
cart?
anyway, yeah, I got us back to the cart. Oh, that was before though. No, I don't think we ended up doing a check to survive. Whatever, I'll drive. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really discuss it as you guys were leaving.
Driving, homies.
What's your perception bonus?
Oh, perception is +4, same as Mo.
I gave you guys.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll a 1d4.
1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did it.
All right.
Back up the Amtar Forest, distracting him.
All right. You guys continue on your way. A few hours into the forest, Wiros does notice up ahead a couple of larger creatures on the side of the road.
Larger creatures on the side of the road.
Are they alive? Are they dead? Are they freezing? What's happening?
I would say with that perception roll, it's a bit hard to tell from a distance. Because they're large, pretty sizable creatures, you are able to spot them from a decent bit away. They look kind of bearish, but it's kind of hard to tell from this distance.
Brown, lay down. If it's black, fight back. If it's white, good night. That's what they say about there.
It was red. You did?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, if you see a red bear, it's not good.
Red dead, blue went through.
I should let you guys know all the beast shapes that I know are things I grew up with around here, so who knows what we can run into.
Oh boy.
Awesome.
What are you guys doing? Are you continuing, or you want to try to stealth up?
I mean, I'll tell you guys that there's some large creatures, but
Like how far ahead, or we can't predict it.
I began to notice them
They look sentient.
a few hundred feet ahead. It's kind of hard to tell.
All right. If we want, I can send Bobo. I can see through his eyes for 120 feet.
Couldn't hurt.
And he has good vision anyway, so I'm gonna send Bobo. Hold on to Shin and see what he can see.
All right.
All right, give me a perception check with advantage. Right, seeing just slightly better than Wilrose, and getting a lot closer. He does make out what is definitely two very large bears on the side of the road. They seem to be, excuse me, they seem to be in the process of. Sorry, got hiccups. They seem to be in the process of consuming something.
Each other.
So I'm whispering, there's two bears and they're eating something already.
Then we can just pass, right?
Should we check what they're eating?
Couldn't hurt.
What are they eating?
It's a little too hard to make out from a distance.
Can't really tell.
City dweller.
Might be a goblin. It could be
that's
a
what I thought
sandwich.
too.
It
Be
could
a
be
human.
anything. Could be a human. Could be an elf. Who knows?
Circle of life.
We try to work our way around, or we go straight up and see if they confront us.
It would be difficult with the terrain here to make your way around without going super far out of your way. To make your way around, A, quietly, and B, at any reasonable pace with the density of trees and underbrush and bushes and such.
Are we still in the cart?
Yeah.
Should we feed the horses to the bears?
No.
It's a circle of life.
Should we feed a
To
Rixus
die
to
in
the
the
bears?
making of this D&D
You can try. I'm
Doesn't
just,
sound
just,
much of a snack.
just to be clear, I wouldn't be surprised by Fillarin, right?
What?
What do you mean?
Oh, if I decided to shank you.
Oh no.
I'm gonna ask
Well-
Rain, do you know how to speak to animals?
Are you sure about that?
Sometimes,
I
but
don't know.
I've
Oh, I'm sure.
studied it lately.
Don't you get assassinate if the creature hasn't taken a turn in combat yet?
Only if. So I get. I get
Oh,
advantage if they haven't taken a turn.
Yeah, you get advantage, but you don't get the
only
auto
get
crit.
assassinate if they're surprised. Yeah.
Right, yeah, it's the auto crit. Okay, so that's what it is. So assassinate gives you sneak attack if they haven't
So
taken a turn yet, automatically.
Unless Arixis is permanently expecting Fillarin to attack him, it would be a surprise, wouldn't it?
It would only be a surprise because Fillarin is a coward.
Coward.
All right, so what do you guys want to do about the
I think I can
spares?
stop these horses if you want me to, but I'm not so sure. They have been a little rough on me.
Having encountered a variety of bear folk before, you guys have not had any issue in dealing with them.
Bear folk?
Oh yeah, we fought owlbears, right? We like wrecked a whole barn full of owlbears.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about those, but yeah, the owl bears, which are monstrosities, they aren't even natural creatures. But also, you've encountered a couple of brown bears and a black bear, I think, too, at this point. But
Oh wow.
Yeah, in the mirror, I think we had a bear or two.
yeah, there were 2 bears in there.
All right, let's
Just
go.
let them enjoy their feasts. And
I assassinated the bears.
Yeah, let's just try and go by and let's
mean
just
them
not
no
make eye
harm.
contact. Maybe Rain can sing them a tune that will not bother them.
Well,
It'd be
All right,
like the safari at Great Adventure.
Tell you that I
And
got
on your
excited
left,
about
you will
bears.
see 2
Oh,
giant
they're white
white
bears.
bears.
twice in the night.
I got excited about the bears after Lesbie's poem, and I googled it, and there's a website called bearwithus.org.
No.
Sorry.
So yeah, approaching a bit closer, you see these bears a little more up close. They do seem still very preoccupied with their feast, and they have not noticed you yet.
That's just past them.
Keep
Yeah.
going. If they're aggressive, we kill them.
Whatever you do, don't make eye contact. Also, don't make yourself look like prey. It'll trigger their predator response.
Stand as tall as possible. Sorry, Rick.
But also, why don't can we be invisible?
God damn it!
The dome.
The dome can't move.
Dome is stationary. Everybody proficient in perception. Give me a perception roll.
All right. 24. Oh, I fixed my always on whatever. I was stuck at advantage, and now I'm back to normal.
Oh, I didn't mean to do performance, although
Oh.
great dancer.
Oh,
I'm not proficient.
Okay.
Well, I would use the first roll and change your bonus technically,
Bad.
so you would get a
Not too
plus
bad.
1 to that.
That's cool. I accept that.
No one except Rain notices that there's a very faint, almost undetectable vibration in the ground. Intermittent. It's not constant, but just like kind of every once in a while. Not like you would imagine an earthquake would be, or like the ground is shaking, but just like something impacted the ground.
You guys feel that?
Giants.
Feel what?
Shaking.
Ba-bum.
Maybe it's a little lower to the ground here.
I'm in the cart. I don't feel
Fucking
it.
I
T-Rex.
can feel it through the wheels.
T-Rex, did you say? Can't see us if we don't move.
Yeah, I have a cup
Or-
of water on the dash. Is it?
We'll challenge it to a push-up contest.
Life finds the way.
Also, are you guys trying to move stealthily past these bears, or are you just
We're getting
hoping they
pretty
don't
close to
attack?
there, aren't we?
I mean,
We're in the cart.
we can
It's not a
do
trace.
what we can. What's a horse's stealth check?
In a veil of shadows and silence.
Is Wilrose still driving?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a stealth check for yourself. If you're I guess if you're all in the cart, then I guess give me a d20 roll for the horse.
Guidance.
You're
And
guidancing the horse.
That's without a trace. They're part of the creatures I choose.
A horse has no proficiency, and they have a guidance.
Well, it's probably animal handling, right?
I mean, horses don't really know how to be stealthy. You are trying to. Yeah, sorry. Give me animal handling, not a d20. But yeah, I mean, it's up to you to attempt to move the horse at a slow, steady pace.
Plus
15.
plus 10.
Plus, no, it's animal handling.
But can I spot a trace?
But
Um,
So he's like really quiet, but I'm like leading him back, like side to side.
Yeah, I'll allow the pass without a trace. But we'll call it stealth essentially. But yeah, so you are feeling pretty stealthy, moving the horse along.
Even though they're stumbling and tripping.
Don't breathe. Just if a wheel shakes, we all die.
Jump for the pothole.
All right, I guess if you're all moving along, you begin to creep forward, and now a bit louder and more intense. All of you feel another one of those vibrations in the ground that Rain pointed out.
See, I told you. I told you.
Who
Tremors.
farted? Arixis, did you just fart?
Tremors.
It's almost
Okay.
audible. You feel it right through the cart as you're sitting on it.
It's gonna be that thing that the Krithik High Lord.
You see one of the bears look up and begin looking around.
Shoot.
Hold. Okay, and we progress.
Arixis is going to cast. No, I'm not. I'm going to hold an action. If something monstrous comes out of the ground, I'm going to cast invisibility on myself and on the coward.
What about the horse?
Okay.
And no, only if something monstrous comes out of the ground. Like if the bear's attacked, whatever.
Right.
I'll just start blasting. And also, I'm going. Can I, before I hold an action, can I like cast? Can I get my packed weapon out? My big fucking cartoony sledgehammer.
Yeah. Go ahead. Rixus summons it and has it at the ready.
All right.
All right. As you guys move a bit closer towards the bears, they look up once again and give a quick sniff around, and this one here. Can you see that? This one here. What is the? Come on. This one here turns and looks in your direction and lets out a little growl.
It's okay, buddy.
We're not here for your food. It's all good.
Just passing by.
Do I feel like confident enough to like control this horses, or do I feel like it's kind of controlling me?
I mean, you're in charge. You know, you're holding the reins and you're driving the horse.
I'm gonna like kind of like veer it a little bit off the path, like just as far as away from the bears as I can without going like into the forest.
Okay. You move a little bit
Yeah, kind of just
off
like
the path.
Like this.
Both of the bears now are looking at you, and at the same moment you feel as you slowly start to steer the cart away from them. They don't necessarily seem intent on attacking, but at that same moment you feel even more powerfully now another hard impact into the ground that just almost shakes the whole cart.
Wow.
Directly underneath us? Can we get a sense
no.
for where it is?
Give me a survival check.
You got it.
Bears didn't run away? Jeez.
There's no like Tarrasque stomping around the horizon, right? Oh my gosh, nice roll.
Wow.
I would not release a live Tarrasque on a level 5 party.
We saw a dead one.
He attacks with bite and eats all 6 of you, 7 of you.
I mean, basically, yeah.
Good
They
night.
have, what, 4 attacks?
Just at a guess, you kind of feel as though it's coming from the north of you, in the direction of the bears.
And there were 3 little bears sitting on chairs, and 2 little kittens, and a pair of mittens.
As you make your way forward,
Damn it.
a little bit closer, and off the path just a touch more, both of the bears just perk up now, and they turn away from you. They kind of put their backs towards the cart, and they seem to be staring into the woods towards the north now, as you see a few of the tree branches begin to sway, and there's a couple more quick boom, boom through the ground as you see a huge creature bust through the trees and just snatch up one of the bears.
It is a fucking Tyrannosaurus T-Rex.
Oh
What?
my goodness gracious.
Oh, we're dead.
It's beautiful.
Abandoned ship.
Run away!
Damn.
Sprint!
Jeez.
I jump off.
Shoot
Full
your shit.
gallop!
Stay absolutely still.
Full gallop!
It's based on movement.
Do push-ups!
I'm
Never seen.
technically invisible right now, right? Is that...
Wow.
No, his trigger
Outside
was
yourself.
if something monstrous came out of the ground.
Out of the ground, okay.
A T-Rex is neither.
Cool.
Fortunately, a T-Rex is a beast, not a monster. Roll for
Or
initiative.
is it from the ground?
And it didn't come out of the ground, yeah.
DM technicalities. Oh.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Totally joking when I thought it was going to be a T-Rex.
Are we on the cart still?
Yes, you are. You are all
Will
packed
Roast
onto the
is
cart.
mid vault off of the cart as he rolls initiative.
Oh shit.
So funny.
What's the second tiebreaker for initiative? If they tie on,
Looks.
if they tie on Dex.
I think it's
I
a
don't know.
reroll.
I think it's a roll.
Yeah, you
off,
re-roll a d20.
Just between the 2 people who...
That's what we did last time.
Our symphony.
Or just re-roll initiative, yeah. Hey! That's what happened last week, right? Didn't you guys tie and then tie the re-roll?
Yes.
Yeah, I think me and me and Amanda did, right?
I wasn't here
Yeah.
last week.
No,
The
it
week
wasn't
before.
last week. It was a
Oh.
week before.
And then, but you both rolled nat 20s on it, right?
Oh yeah.
On the reroll, yeah.
Heartbreaking.
Just to clarify, that nat 20 is Bobo's roll, not yours?
Yep.
Oh yeah, there's your separate roll. Okay. All right, Rain. Oh wow, Rain, you are up first.
All right, quick question, Gabe. Like, do these things belong in the forest? Like, is this?
You have
I mean,
never.
It's a totally natural animal, right?
You would have never seen and probably really never heard of a Tyrannosaurus Rex before.
Oh, that's
They are
incredible.
not even really native to Faerun.
Interesting. Wait, what?
You are completely, they're not native to Faerun.
Well, all right. So it looks like an apex predator, so I have to defeat it. I'm gonna cast Conjure Animals and summon 2 direwolves.
Wow.
Ooh.
And do I get to choose where they appear? Does it say that? 1d6?
I thought so.
I'd like to summon them like pretty much like in the midst of it, like get them in the mix there, but leave some room for the rest of the team to get in as well. That's kind of my goal.
Here-ish, or do you want a more split?
Great. Yeah, probably a split's nice.
All right, 2 direwolves appear. I forget, are they after your initiative or they have their own?
I think they roll initiative for the summoned creatures as a group. So would you like me to roll? Oh, you got it? Cool. Oh, great initiative, yeah.
All right, they are at the bottom.
Okay. So we've got that going on, and then with my movement, I'm gonna run and over near our horses, and I just want to like make sure that the horses don't get eaten by all the chaos that's going on. And turn.
All right, Bobo.
Bobo's gonna do a flyby.
Of the
T-Rex?
T-Rex.
Yep.
All right, next attack has advantage. Shin.
Alright, moving up here. I will attack whatever I'm looking at.
All right, you have advantage.
Okay. Go back there. Advantage. And here it comes.
Ooh, 26. Natural 20 definitely hits.
Alright. Before I press the damage, am I allowed to also follow up with one of my spells, Thunderous Smite?
If it's the one that says when you hit, then
Yeah.
the first time you hit with a melee weapon. Yep.
Right. So how does that work? Should I first do the damage and then do the smite?
Don't you have a checkbox for it to roll it with the damage?
Oh, okay. All right.
It's got an F20.
So
It'll still double the damage, I believe.
I think technically you have to cast Thunderous Smite first,
I
and
know, I guess
then
you don't.
attack.
Well, it says the first time you hit.
The casting time is
During the spell's duration.
The attack deals an extra 2d6. The extra 2d6 actually shouldn't be crit.
No.
I don't think the 2d6 can crit. So go ahead and roll the halberd damage.
Okay. Let me do
And
that
then-
first. And then I'll separate it, right? All right. Let me do
Yeah,
the
and then I'm
halberd
guessing that go ahead and click the halberd, and then you just roll a 2d6 since your thing is set to output spell card. And we can fix this later, but just roll a 2d6 now.
first. Okay. Slash what?
Slash R space 2d6.
2d. Where's my 2d6? Something like this.
Yo.
There you go. 1 point.
Wow.
All right, I deal a
Strength save.
hefty 22 damage.
And then that was my bonus action. So I think I'm done, right?
Yeah, do a
Well,
strength.
it needs a
save,
strike
right?
save or be pushed 10 feet.
I'm gonna say that a huge creature cannot be pushed by this.
300 feet worth of thunder?
Sound.
Yeah, 300 feet of this loud crack of thunder rings out with his weapon strike. All right, on to the polar bear's turn. The polar bear sees its friend clutched within the jaws of the T-Rex and just immediately starts running away.
Oh, what a bastard!
What a surprise! What a surprise!
Opportunity attack! Opportunity attack! Come on, T-Rex.
The Well, actually, the T-Rex is still clutching the other polar bear in its jaws, but it swings its tail and misses.
Nat 1 with an 11. Oh, shit.
All right, the T-Rex is going to drop the polar bear that it's holding, and seeing these new two wolves just appear in front of it, it's going to go ahead and swing its tail at one of them.
Is that polar bear dead?
The one it bit, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, with the axe.
Hits.
16 hits for 20 bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
Yeah, that hurts.
And then he's going to chomp down. Oh,
Looks like they're sharing. Oh my God. They're sharing
The
it.
other one, right?
Is
he bites down on this dire wolf and then just picks it up and just shakes it around and throws it to the ground. Wilrose.
So,
yeah.
just to be clear, he hit one with the tail and bit the other one?
No, sorry. The tokens are doubling up the HP thing.
Again?
I fixed it. The one is full health, the other one is dead.
I mean, not to be the rule monger, but he can't hit both of them with the same attack.
Incorrect. It was
anybody
right
called it
on the
before.
sheet that it can.
It says can't. It can't make both attacks against the same target.
Oh, it does say can't.
This is incorrect.
Well, all right. I misread it.
That's it. I mean,
Stop
I don't know what
looking
the
up things
dire
anyway.
wolves.
One
I wanted to see this. How fucking crazy this thing is. I like the tenor. So
wolf
great.
is super fun.
I've only seen one when I rode one in that one campaign that we played.
Didn't
All right. This one is barely holding on then. And the other one has taken a fair bit of damage.
Jeez.
And this
all right.
This one's grappling.
So then,
in
I'm getting there. So yeah, this one is currently in the jaws of the T-Rex and is grappled. All right, Wilrose.
Dead.
Yeah, the one polar bear was dead. This one
The-
booked it.
Running away.
Yeah, the first one that he bit initially is dead.
All right. Will Rose is going to let's see if I can.
Shin's pretty brave up there.
Yeah,
I
right.
totally forgot I have double attack. Never mind.
Isn't the spell your bonus action?
No, I have the extra
Oh,
attack.
no, it's
I level
not.
5. Yep.
The spell is his bonus action.
Yeah. It's all good.
I am the bonus action.
Oh, right, you're level 5 now. Oh, I completely
Yeah.
Can
forgot
we
you have
please
extra
not
attack.
forget to? Can we please not forget
Yeah.
to attack the big giant thing?
Yeah, not
Moving forward.
attacking the second time.
Look, no,
All right, Wilrose, what are you doing?
I am going to
whisper sweet nothings.
whisper sweet nothings on this creature,
Playing a song, yeah.
and I'm going to cast it at level 3.
Ooh.
Ooh, what's this?
DC 15 Wisdom save. Well, it takes the damage.
Takes half the damage.
Yeah. On a failed save, it takes the full damage. Otherwise, it takes half and then runs away.
Oh.
50 feet to this thing. So.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh my god.
All right, so it takes
Not safe.
21 damage. And then it also moves. Immediately uses its reaction. Well, it already used its reaction. So then, does it not use its reaction? If available,
it
so actually doesn't
regains-
use its reaction. Oh, wait,
it-
after its own turn, right?
It regains its reaction at the top of its turn.
Okay, right. The polar bear went first. So yeah, he uses
So
his reaction
yeah.
to run away.
He is going to use his speed.
Do the wolves get attacks of opportunity on this?
So this one I think goes with it. This one would get an attack, and Shin would get an attack.
Shin's 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one is grappled in its jaws. And yeah, the other dire wolf would get a bite attack of
And
opportunity.
it had an ally within 5 feet, so it gets a pack tactics advantage on the attack, which is a 22. Oh, never mind. I guess that creature's not incapacitated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nashin was 10 feet.
Yeah. Well, I have a reach.
So the wolf hits. Oops, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what happened to my roll? I tried to roll it. I thought that was my roll.
Yeah, yours also shows up.
Really? I don't see it on my screen.
Okay.
I only see Rain's roll.
Oh, the damage we
rolled
see,
an
not the
11.
attack.
Oh, yeah, the damage, yeah. All right, it takes 11 damage.
And then Shin gets an opportunity attack as well.
Alright, I'm rolling it.
Nice.
20 hits.
Alright.
We saved our whole cart from getting eaten, I think.
Okay.
8 more damage. All right, anything else, Boros?
No, I think that's it. Yeah.
Rosera.
Zara climbs out of the cart, walks into the road, but not too far. She's eager to get extremely close to her friend the T-Rex, and she will fire a longbow.
You've got an ally within 5 feet.
I do. Oh, I do. Sneak. Damn it.
If you hit,
I did it. I think I did do sneak. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Does she get
11 misses, sorry.
does she get advantage on a huge character for a ranged attack? Is that a thing? I'm just grasping.
Don't believe so.
I don't know.
She gets because she really likes dinosaurs. Despondent.
Life of a
Rosera
rogue.
just lowers her bow and turn.
Rixus, you're up next.
Alright, I'll jump out of the cart, come over here. I assume I have a clear shot on it from here.
Actually, it's kind of crashing through the tree there. But it's a huge creature. Let's see here. It would have half cover.
Really?
Behind the tree, technically, yeah.
Alright, I cast Hex on it. And guess I choose Wisdom ability checks.
Okay.
And here we go. Gonna do some blasting here. Here we go. Here we go. Ugh. 23.
Hits.
Let's count right.
15 damage.
15 damage. Alright. And I'll back up into the trees here and end my turn.
All right, Fillarin.
Oh man. Fillarin, can I kind of take cover a bit in this cart and attempt to hide?
You can hide behind the cart, yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna attempt to hide as my bonus action.
All right, give me a stealth roll. Feels sufficiently hidden.
Okay. And then I'm going to pull out my short bow. Now is in half cover, you're saying?
Yeah, he's like kind of half behind in this tree here.
So what does that mean as far as advantage damage?
+2 AC.
He gets +2 to his AC.
Oh, that's it, just +2 to AC. Alright, so since I'm hidden though, I should have advantage.
Yes, correct. Did you range it already?
Yeah.
Oh, he has
it's
exactly
80.
50. Okay. Oh, it's 80? I thought a short bow was 50 for some reason.
Short bow's 80.
All right, 18 hits. 17 damage.
All right, gentlemen, we're making some shit happen, gentlemen and ladies.
Anything else on your turn? Anything else, Dan?
Nope. I'm good.
All right, Zokris.
Cool.
Zorkris?
I'm gonna go back. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna step back 15 feet. I'm gonna point at the T-Rex and cast Toll of the Dead. It's gotta make a Wisdom saving throw. It's gotta beat my 13 again.
Fails. Go ahead and roll the damage.
8.
Oop. 8 damage. All right. Anything
The
else?
other one's much better. That was an action. Yep, that's it.
Direwolf's turn. What would you like them to do, Rain?
Its verbal command is just fight for your life.
All right.
That's all I can do. I don't
yeah.
think it's like full on control.
We'll say that this is one that's grappled is able to swing around and try to bite back.
Yeah.
12 misses, and so you want the other one to move up and attack as well?
Yeah, that would be the intent. Tell it to go for the
right.
throat.
Go for the eyes, boo.
Wow.
Advantage on this one.
Up with advantage. And hits
Yeah.
for 12 damage.
How?
All right, Rain.
This is like that scene from Jurassic Park when the raptors are attacking the T-Rex.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah, especially the way the direwolf tokens are designed, right?
Well, T-Rex won that one.
That is
That's
awesome.
true.
Oh god, that's not good. I'm gonna myself turn into a direwolf 2. Where did I get that? Trying to find it in the thing. Yo, Wolfpack! Oh, even though I can't talk because I'm an animal, and then I think I can get 50 feet here, which is my movement speed, and try to attack this thing.
Yep.
I've got Kamal's Claws, which I don't think I can add it to the wolf sheet. That's +2 if I'm what you call it, challenge 1 or lower, which this is. So it would be 25.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Yeah, big damage. 7.
It's to damage and attack or just attack?
Just to the attack, I think. Just to hit.
And what it applies to you in B shape?
I think it'll work.
Yeah.
So under the assumption that that would
Yeah,
be fun. That'd be awesome. That would be such an awesome troll magic item, though.
Yeah, that's one in the shape
cool.
of a creature.
Nice.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
End turn.
Bobo.
I don't think I could reach with the flyby.
Is that 60 feet?
Yeah.
He's 50 feet away.
All right, so I'll throw a flyby and then come back a little bit.
All right. Next attack has advantage. Shin.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Bonus action. 5,
Let's get it in.
10, 15, 20, 25,
What?
30. End turn.
Oh my god.
All right.
That's
this-
brave as fuck.
Shit is the bravest. T-Rex, come at me, bro.
This polar bear is just gonna keep sprinting away.
Oh, he's gone.
All right, back to the T-Rex. He is just going to chomp down on the one that he's holding.
Oh god.
Two.
Brunch.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Misses.
T-Rex has no teeth.
Misses.
Chop and miss.
Yeah, he misses, but he's still going to swing his tail around and
Oh my god, same thing.
hits the other one.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Jesus.
thing's wrecked. Was that me or
Just no, that one
No,
just
that's the other one.
smacks that one
Was
away.
that me?
All right, Wilros.
Wilros is 45 feet. I can't see. Is there a health bar?
There is. It's just above the map.
Okay. Just
Good
about,
job.
what is it? Half-ish? Less than half?
Who knows?
Yeah, it's definitively less than half.
Definitively less than half. Alright, well, I'll cast Dissonant Whispers once more, this time at level 2.
You're gonna make it run away.
I like plants.
Rain's gonna slap it. Rain, Shin. They'll take care of him.
Well, we'll see. This thing could kill me in one
Saves.
hit.
And I can't. Cutting what's that? It's a saving, right? That's not an ability check, right? It's a saving throw.
Correct.
Specifically, cutting words says attack, ability, or damage. I guess I could have
Correct.
probably saved on you. There's no way I'm saving you on that. Okay. But he still takes half damage. So
yeah, he
half of
takes half.
17 is 8.
Anything else?
I'm going to. I'm gonna move there. 30 feet. Should be within 30 feet of him. Yep. Okay. End turn.
Sarah.
Okay. Going to step up a little bit closer. I don't have to, but I don't know. Let's do it. Getting in.
Sizing him up.
Yeah, just feeling, trying to make up for last time.
Nice.
Oh,
There you go.
4 hits.
More than enough.
Right.
Stepping up is all you needed.
Whew.
You have sneak a second.
you right?
Do it?
Yeah, you will, because you have an ally within 5 feet.
I always just
Within 5 teeth.
within my
feet.
teeth. Cute. Does that work?
There it goes.
That worked.
Wow, nice.
Right, 23 damage. Nice. Anything else?
No, I just put my bow down, and this time with the look of great satisfaction and still a fair amount of fear.
All right, Erixus.
Still have cover in this
Yeah.
area.
From where you are, yeah.
I just want to make sure I didn't have like 3/4. Where is there a place where I could go where he wouldn't have half cover?
I mean, actually, he would have 3/4 cover, and now that Rain is there in front of him as well.
Just shoot rain. It's okay.
So where can I go where he won't have 3/4 cover?
You'd need to flank around Rain at this point. So either like up here or like over here past Shin. I don't think you can really reach anything that
Yeah, I don't think you're.
gets you
fine?
out of cover.
Is that fine for 3/4 cover?
It's too far. Aren't you here?
That's.
Right there. I measured it
I'd
out.
say it still has half, but not 3/4.
half is fine. I don't care about that.
Boom.
16 hits.
Oh, just nice.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I'll take that. 17
17.
and 26.
26 definitely hits.
is that
17 damage.
And another 17.
Wow.
Shooting hellfire on this thing.
34
He takes-
damage into Rix's.
he Takes
Yeah.
the 2 blasts, just boom, boom, but he's still standing.
oh, no.
And Rix's is just cackling maniacally at this thing. Enter.
It's a red, isn't it?
Aaron.
It's all bloody.
All right, so I'm gonna take Erixus's lead here and kind of move here to shoot. I assume I don't have cover from here, right?
You would have.
Just a half.
You would have half.
Okay. I'm no longer hidden from before, right? Because I fired.
Correct.
Okay.
12 misses.
All right.
What does hiding for you do? Give you advantage?
Tuck behind the tree here and hide.
All right. Okay. Yep. All right. You feel sufficiently hidden.
And yes, Brian.
Anything else?
Erixus yells, he's right here! He's right here!
Zorkris.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Cloud of Daggers at level 3.
Nice.
Like to go
5 foot?
5 foot cube. Shitty's roll.
On the butt of the.
I want to go
T-Rex.
enough so that it doesn't hit the wolves. Yeah.
Well, you know, the wolf gets
Go
hit.
down. Can we do it right
There?
there?
Or okay.
Does this hit him right here?
Technically, yeah.
All right, cool.
Anything else? Oh, there's no save or anything? It just hits?
Just hits, yeah. As long as then
It's
every
Does he-
time
on its turn.
Does he take it at the top of his turn?
Yeah.
See if I can get it to pop up.
So it starts its turn. Okay. Anything else on your turn?
That's it.
All right, the dire wolf. Another bite. Rain?
Oh, that's right. Am I? Yeah, I guess.
I mean, its only other option is to try to break the grapple.
Yeah, it's gonna bite short, right?
All right, makes a bite, and he hits
Dies.
for 12 damage.
Oh boy.
Die.
Nice try.
Clap.
Anything else?
Ones on that first one.
Or no, I guess it's a dire wolf. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
And I'm
Rain.
gonna kind of move up here out of everyone's way.
I have to roll 2 more d4, I think, because I did a level 3. So I have
Well,
to count that in.
it's the higher
Yeah, it
level
does.
cast. It rolls it for
Above
you.
it, the 8.
It's 4d4, and then at level 3, I get an extra 2d4.
Yeah. it's
Right,
the
so you
8
see
above
the 10 slashing, and then above it says higher level cast. That's another 2d4. You actually got max damage on the higher level cast, so
Awesome.
I don't think you want to re-roll that.
No.
22 hits.
Almost. Best.
Nice.
Another 11 damage. Anything else?
That's it. Enter.
Bobo.
Well, gonna do a flyby.
Shin.
Get him, Shin.
How does it look? I mean, I thought by calculation it's dead now.
You
He's
have advantage.
looking pretty rough.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh my god.
So
All
close.
right.
Wow.
All right. Well, Shin does the only thing he knows how.
Stabby.
Yeah.
Pokey, pokey.
Swiper, no swiping.
Slashy.
Oh,
You have advantage.
Oh my God. Yep.
18 hits.
Okay.
Wait. All right. Let me do that first. And then I will use a second attack.
Yeah.
1 hits.
And then, all right, I'm gonna do this and do a 1d4 form.
Well, this is a damage first.
Yeah,
and you have
go ahead and roll your
Right,
damage.
in the form. Yeah. Now, do I,
Another 11.
Now you could attack with pole arm for bonus
okay.
action.
Do I need to do an attack first again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you had a pole arm
Yeah.
attack.
And now this is roll 1d4, right?
Yeah, 21 hits.
Windmilling in.
Is it a 1d4? I thought you had I thought you had an attack on your sheet that you made for this.
Oh yeah, but I think it's the same thing though.
Is it only 1d4? I thought it was more than that for some reason, but okay.
No, it's 1d4, yeah. So, well, I got max.
All right, yeah, it takes another 4 damage. Anything else?
Intern.
All right, the T-Rex.
Now it takes 18 damage.
Take the crown of the thorns, the cloud of daggers, right?
Yeah. It throws its head back a little bit and kind of lets out a muffled roar through the fur of the dire wolf that it's still clamped down on, and then as it does it, the cloud of daggers just and it just falls over and collapses to the ground.
We killed a T-Rex.
As it drops the dire wolf.
Amazing.
Go ahead, get some teeth, Orixis. Go get some teeth. Add it to your collection.
Yeah, right.
I have the only one that I need.
Wilrose puts one foot on the T-Rex and holds his sword in the air.
Oh, by the way, you're in the middle of the cloud of daggers right now.
That's gone.
You're in the middle. Oh, man.
Staff.
Nah, I waited a minute.
Sorry, what are you doing?
I'm standing on it, put one foot
Oh,
on
you're
it,
standing.
and hold my sword in the air.
Erwin the Magnificent.
Eric just kind of looks left and right and thinks about taking a tooth. But doesn't.
Have any of us ever seen a T-Rex before? The flesh?
Seen? No.
Heard of?
Give me a history check.
History or
I mean, a T-Rex in D&D world is not like a T-Rex in real world, right? I mean, they're like
No.
they're like not common, but they're like just animals as if they lived in.
They exist.
They are things kind of beyond legend. It's one of those things. I'd say with that roll, you have vaguely heard of some sort of reptilian creatures that exist somewhere, somehow. But they're certainly not native to the Amtar Forest or to the world at large here.
Will Rose would say, my very distant cousin rode a T-Rex one time.
Yeah,
Through the streets in a race.
We hallucinate about a dinosaur race.
You guys don't know, but that was in one of our old adventures.
Pretty amazing.
I shot some guy off
Did
of a
we
dinosaur
even, was there
and
even,
trampled
like,
him.
if I'm
That's-
remembering correctly, did we even do that for any like campaign reason, or was that like just for fun?
Oh, that was in a book. That was, yeah.
It was awesome.
Okay. That's great.
All right. What was this? Is this a person?
It's a deer.
That they were eating.
Oh, a deer.
Half-eaten,
see it now.
mangled deer carcass.
Doe.
Brutal. It's
Looks
here.
like a buck. I think I see some horns.
Do we harvest like some scales or skin? You guys think
Here's something we can do. I feel like we should
meat for
get
food.
something.
Yeah, I
would
feel like
invite them
Rosero would
all
want to
to-
touch the dinosaur.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
or a claw or something?
Man.
Are any of its scales green?
It's a ring.
The deer.
No, it's pretty much as you see it. It's a very reddish orange scaled beast.
I would like to try to take a claw or some scales and put in the bag and hold it.
Give me a survival check.
So guidance.
I wonder what such a magnificent beast was doing around here.
I have absolutely no interest. You
yeah,
guys go
Rosero
ahead.
would be like in Jurassic Park, just like leaning forward and touching the T-Rex. Like, wow.
The claws seem pretty stuck in there. You get the feeling that you'd have to. It would take a lot of work to try to cut one out, but working at the teeth for a few minutes, you do manage to kind of pry one that's a little loose out of there.
Actually, on second thought, how is the tongue?
Tongue?
The tongue?
Yeah, can I?
Huge.
You could make an attempt to chop it off.
Okay, what do I do?
Be like
Make a weapon attack with your your glaive or your halberd.
Yeah, normal, right? No advantage anymore.
You can make it with advantage. It's not moving.
That's right. That's true. All right, give me
It's
that.
prone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 24 will do some damage. Go ahead and roll the attack. Or roll the damage. Yeah, you're able to just cleave right through this thing and take off a pretty sizable chunk of it.
I'll pocket it.
Pocket is
All right, it's it is flesh. I mean, it will rot eventually.
You guys are disgusting.
Dude, man, I'm just gonna eat it when I need it.
Oh my god.
Hey, it beats cannibalism.
It's a kosher deli.
Yeah, listen, you know.
It's like beef tongue.
Yes, exactly. Thank you very much.
I'm checking on the horse. The horse was kept pretty calm that whole time, I think.
The horse is definitely like kind of cowering away, a little confused by the situation, but yeah, it hasn't bolted or anything. It's still there with the cart attached.
I do my best to calm it down a little bit.
Give me animal handling.
Animal handling. Hey.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice. Wow. I figured it was either going to be a 20 or a 1 here.
Like a animal whisperer, man.
Yeah, you soothe the horse, and it's probably getting a little used to your adventures and just being on the road.
Shit we get into.
Yeah. So it's pretty easy for you to calm it down, and you just kind of, it's very comfortable with you, and especially with you having been at the reins for the past couple of days, it just calms right down, and it seems totally willing to go on.
I'm not sure I'm totally willing to go on.
So shall we proceed into the forest?
Let's roll.
So, yeah.
Continue.
Can we, is it possible to short rest in this kind of terrain as we drive on the cart?
Yeah, I'd say so. It's pretty easy going. There is a defined road that cuts through the forest that you've been following out of Haurua. So yeah, I definitely say it's possible to take a short rest. All right, so as you guys continue on into the forest a bit deeper, you were a few hours of travel in at that point, and you continue on for a few more miles, and you do eventually come upon a town. Contrary to the usual nomadic settlements and clans of people that live here, up ahead you do see a small town that's been built on the roadside. Approaching it, there's a few buildings there. It doesn't really look like they have much in the way of hospitality or services. It does seem to be more so tailored towards kind of a closed off clan vibe that you would kind of expect from anybody that's living in the Amtar Forest. It's very much so a few houses and not so much like a blacksmith advertising for work, or a general store for everybody, or an inn and a tavern and that sort. You're not really seeing any of that here. But moving up to
What's
the town,
going to do without a tavern?
moving up to the town and drawing it a little closer, you see a couple people outside, just kind of amongst their going about their daily business. But as they see you approaching down the road, they just kind of immediately run and hide. Like they see you coming, and they're not literally running, but they seem to be making their way quickly out of your line of sight and headed into the buildings.
Is there a town square?
Not particularly. I mean, there's kind of an area that kind of seems to serve as the center of town, but there's no real It's not a very big town. There's only a couple dozen buildings in total. Most of them appear to just be regular houses.
Did they look like they moved out of fear or just into hiding?
It's kind of hard to tell, but you could definitely tell from a distance that they had noticed you and were working to quickly get off the road and away from you.
And they moved not just off the road, but into houses or behind something.
Yeah, you saw them go into buildings.
And how far was the travel from where we killed the dinosaur to this little town?
You're definitely nearing kind of the crossroads area here, so you're nearly a full day's journey into the forest, just a few miles short of that.
Yeah, I guess my question was how
Hey,
far from
Godmass,
the
what's up,
fight
dude?
to this town? Was it feet, more miles?
Oh, from the fight? No, a few miles.
Okay, so they wouldn't have seen what happened.
No, definitely not.
All right. Well, Wiros is going to step to the middle of the town and say, "Have no fear. The dinosaur slayers are here. We will protect you from all that is here to hurt you. Be it bear or dinosaur or halfling or anything."
Goblins, never goblins. We do not fight goblins.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, there it is.
Wow.
There it is.
As you announce this in the center of town, you looking around, you see a few people that are clearly peering at you through the windows and kind of hiding behind the shutters, and it's almost hard to see them. That they're trying to stay hidden, but they're very curious about what these people are doing here. Finally, somebody after a minute comes out and walks towards you, but definitely seems very timid and as though he's trying to keep his distance. You see a relatively tall man, a human, about 6'4", with long blonde hair and kind of commoner clothing. He's definitely not dressed as an adventurer or a soldier of anything of that sort. He walks forward and cautiously hails you and says, "What can we do for you folks? What are you doing here in our town?"
Well, what can we do for you? We hear that there are some problems in the forest, and we come with
bravery,
with missions to stop the fires. Only you can prevent forest fires.
You mentioned protection.
Of course.
Why
is my cousin's name?
Why do you think that we need protection? Protection from what?
I go to lean in a little bit towards him. I don't know, does he back up?
He doesn't step back, but he kind of you see just the slightest visible he leans back an inch when you step forward.
Did you see the giant fucking dinosaur?
I pull out the tooth out of the bag of holding and hold it in the air.
I'll take out the tongue.
And I throw the tongue in front of him.
He kind of recoils a bit, not at you guys pulling things out, but he seems he seems to recoil just as soon as you guys move, as though he's afraid you're going to do something to him. But yes, there have been many large beasts that have been causing some issues. We fortunately have been relatively unaffected, but I ask again, why do you offer protection for us here in this town?
I look him up and down, and I'm like, you think that you could take on a 23.5-foot tall dinosaur?
he still looks a little puzzled, and you could probably guess
we're not
that
here for the dinosaurs.
Yeah, you probably guess
here
that
for
he's
the
not
fires.
exactly sure what exactly you're talking about, but he kind of finally takes a step forward towards you and says that I must admit we are a bit cautious around here. Tomorrow is a bit of an anniversary of sorts, and it's an odd coincidence that you should show up on the eve of such a day. Why are you traveling? Why are you here?
We were sent here by the Council of Halrua, right? Or is the Council of Halrua?
Technically of Halrua.
Okay. We were sent here by the Council of Halrua to investigate some fires and such that have been happening throughout the forest. Is that correct?
Those
Yeah, that's
fires
correct.
and monsters, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, fires and unusual beasts that don't belong here.
Yeah, that.
Specialties.
He kind of considers what you said for a moment, and yes, I have heard of such things. As I said before, we are fortunate to have not been particularly affected by these things yet, but I wonder.
Point us in the direction that is. If you don't need protection, we'll go protect somebody else.
Well, hold on. He seems a little flustered on how to explain, but he finally begins walking away and says, "Wait here one moment." You see him walk back into one of the buildings, and he steps into the doorway. He doesn't go all the way in, but you can see that he's clearly talking with somebody, and finally he comes back out and says, let me be frank.
Will Roast, nice to meet you.
This town has stood for many years. However, a year ago, to the day tomorrow, suddenly everybody vanished. We this was not discovered until sometime later, and we have since been unable to determine what happened to these people. And just a few months ago, we have moved into this town and taken it over to breathe new life into it. However, the residents are a bit superstitious of this upcoming date, believing that something may happen once again, given that we are still uncertain of what happened in the first place. I'm wondering, to alleviate the fears of the residents here, would you be willing to spend another day here in our town and just offer some of this protection that you speak of?
Well, what do you mean they just vanished? Like, you woke up and nobody was there? Or you weren't here either, but, like, what does vanished mean? Without a trace? No sign of anything?
We were not here, no. We have since taken over the town. Some of the people that now live here had relatives that have since moved in here, but we ourselves, we're not residents at the time, but as people lost contact with the former residents here, they began to grow worried, and in coming to check upon them, they discovered that everyone in the village had vanished. All of their belongings were still here. Things seemed as though they just all disappeared upon the equinox last year.
The equinox? How splendid.
Yes. Tomorrow is the 21st of Eliant, the equinox. Beginning of the harvest.
Well, Frank, what's in it for us?
Wow.
You came in here offering protection, you idiot.
No, I came through offering protection from the beast that we slayed. But we're not here to protect these people from some 1 year ago vanishing of sorts. We're here to protect from the fires and the beasts. And if they're not worried about the beasts or the fires, then why should we stay here? We should protect the others. The
Protect the
halflings.
what? What do you need to protect? Are you still the beast? You still the beast that you didn't kill? Held your sword in the air and celebrated this, and he points at the earth and points at shit. Celebrated this one's triumph. Fool.
It is a team effort.
Well, as I've said, I'm mostly hoping to just alleviate the fear of the residents here. I personally am not one of these who are superstitious, but I do believe that your arrival here may be fortuitous. What more could harm could a 1 day's delay on your travels be? It's near in the evening now. If you would just stay through the night and through tomorrow evening, we could definitely come to some sort of arrangement to compensate you for that little bit of lost time.
Well, we would be looking for a place to sleep.
That can be arranged.
And
I'm afraid we have no inn, but we can definitely make arrangements for you to stay here.
Well, we kind of come with our own inn.
Nice.
Oh my god. This is a Final Fantasy.
But if there's nothing, if there's not a location that you could offer, we'll be fine to stay where we will. But I guess we could stay the night and we'll regroup in the morning and talk about what it is that you expect from us. What's that, Zorkus?
Say goodnight, Tommy.
That would be most agreeable. If you have your own arrangements, then that's great. We can definitely make a room for you in one of the residences here. But if you do have your own arrangements, that is also would work fine.
Well, we wouldn't want to put anybody out, but if you have an arena or a concert hall, we're happy to make some arrangements. Or even if we want to just gather around a campfire in the middle of the place, I could play you guys some great music about our latest adventures.
Yes, I believe. I believe the residents would be very eager to hear your tales, and just to more so alleviate their fears with tales of your great works. I'm sure there are many. Absolutely, we can definitely arrange for you to entertain the people here. If you will, I'll begin spreading the word of your arrival, and we can hopefully meet tonight.
All right. Before you do that, I peek back to the party and I say, just give us a moment. And I look to the party for a quick sidebar. This guy seems very eager to have us stay.
Yeah.
He went from not needing protection to all of a sudden wanting us to stay for 2 days.
Yeah, agreed.
Is there anything else we want to ask of him or find out from anybody else? Maybe, I don't know, any of you guys have any questions? Any trick questions?
I'm a little concerned about the disappearing of an entire community.
Yeah.
I would like to know how he knew this happened with his mysterious relatives. I'd like to know if he has anything green Furthermore, I'd like to know if anyone else wants to read.
Anything green. So he kind of answered that question a little bit, right? Can we do?
All he said was his
insight?
relatives. He had people that had relatives who said that they,
Cousin's friend.
Yeah, I mean, basically
Yeah.
everybody
My
who,
sister's cousin's uncle.
yeah, multiple people who knew somebody in this village just all suddenly lost contact.
Can we insight to see, or is there like an passive insight to like feel that we're not being duped?
Yeah, you can give me an insight check on him.
Insight. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he seems very genuine. He doesn't seem scared so much in himself, but he does seem like he's genuinely looking out for the town.
Yeah, I mean, and with that insight, I'm also trying to just like determine is he like, is there something secondary or devious even in his attempts to make us stay here?
It doesn't really seem like there's anything he's not telling you. It kind of seems like he's laying it all on the table.
Right. Well, I think that makes sense. Everybody, as long as you're all okay with it, I'll be happy to set up the inn of Wilrose, and
That's good.
when we're ready, and happy, I mean, I guess I can't really set it up and not stay inside of it, but if you guys feel more comfortable, I'm happy to take a shift during our sleeps if we want to make sure that these guys are not trying to.
I'd be happy to share a
crazy.
shift as well.
Yeah, I'll take a shot.
Well, now we have Fillerin, right? So technically, between Rosera and
just
Fillerin, we
Fillerin
can
I
have
can
a full
take it.
night.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
I
just to
peek
be
back.
safe.
I peek back over to the guy. I said, "Oh, and if we're gathering the crew for a single, a sing song, do you have any mead or ale to be shared?"
Oh my.
A couple of the local residents are have some experience with brewing. I'm sure we could
Homebrew.
make some food and drink available for sure.
Well, count us in. We'll just get ourselves comfortable, and then we'll gather around the campfire in 10 minutes for the tales of us.
Excellent. I will begin informing some of the other residents to make their way out here. Thank you all so much. The kind of bows just a little bit and heads back towards the buildings. And I think that is where we will leave it for tonight.
Very good. Gives me enough time to come up with the name of a song.
Jurassic
Gabe.
Parks.
All right,
Cheers,
so that's going to do it
definitely
for me tonight. We're going to go ahead and pick up here next week. But yeah, I will see everybody later. Thanks everyone for hanging out tonight, and I will catch you all next week.
I do feel